Boom, boom, bada bing. What's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Not even going to be on here long. Just thought I'll go ahead and knock a video out, do a live. Get a live going. Want to talk about DDG. That's the only topic for tonight. DDG. That is the only topic tonight. DDG, man. The situation, how to get the DDG, the wild situation, very wild situation. The simple fact that a lot of information is coming out, and we're starting to see DDG just might be in the clear, as we all thought, right? As we all thought. But we had women out here saying, well, you don't know anything, so you need to be quiet. You shouldn't really even be saying anything about it. We're just only going off the information that we're seeing, and just off of pattern recognition. We're constantly seeing this every single day, every single week. Women are constantly accusing men of something that they can't even prove. They can't even prove. They can't even prove it, bro. So, I mean, hey, man, listen, these text receipts are pretty good. And we also see in the comments where women are trying to say that, hey, well, she has depression, she's this, she's that, and granted, it might be postpartum depression. But once again, I told you that, guys, listen, if you go back and go see some of my older clips, not even some of my older clips, but some of my older videos that I made probably like a month or two ago, I talked about women having postpartum depression, right? And why I put air quotes around it is because there are some women who hide behind it. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm not saying that women aren't affected by it. But to sit up here and say that, hey, well, I can act this way, so you can excuse my behavior because this is affecting my hormones, ma'am. You like this is very common for a lot of women. So you should be able to understand how to manage it well before you get pregnant or well before you conceive that baby. You have your periods, same thing. A lot of women say, oh, well, it's that time of month, so I'm going to be kind of moody. Man, control that. You're a grown woman. You're a grown adult. You say you want to be equal. You say you want to be treated like an adult. Act like one. But the ridiculous idea that a lot of these women, man, can try to say, hey, well, I want to be equal. You need to treat me with respect. But then they sit here and act like a child towards a man. It doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense. And the fact that Halle Bailey just made herself out to seem like she was just innocent in this whole situation is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Now we can see that she is not one of your good sisters. We can see that she is not one of your good sisters, man. And you already know because we're going to go ahead and look at these text receipts. Let me go ahead and pull it up. This is ridiculous, man. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can start from the bottom. All right, here we go. Oh, man. I'll go all the way back up to the top. All right. So here we go, guys. Look at this, man. I'm on my Google Drive, by the way, but look at this, bro. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Like I said, a lot of people want to say and use the example that, once again, she can hide behind postpartum depression, but you can't. Not as an adult, not when we understand that women do go through this. You understand that you know how to control this stuff. You know how to control this stuff. It's just ridiculous, man, that people can sit here, man, and try to use that for an excuse. I'm trying, hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can try to pull up that video where I actually talked about a woman, man, having postpartum depression. She sat here, thought her child had school that day or something, and it was a Saturday. So they walk outside 6 o'clock in the morning. Instead of taking the child back inside, let her go to rest, she decides to pull out her phone, go on TikTok, and start to break down crime and saying postpartum depression is real, this, that, and the third. While the kid looking like, damn, mama, I can go back inside, right? But no, the kid out here like, man, let's go and let this grown child do her thing. Go on TikTok. Nigga on TikTok more than I am. I just can't believe, man, this is ridiculous. I mean, like, come on, bro. You're a grown woman. She's saying that, hey, well, people saw me, people in the house saw me, and they didn't say anything, and yada yada yada. And it's like, man, come on, bro. Come on, man. You're a grown woman, man. You are a grown woman. Start acting like it, man. Start acting like it. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find that video, man, because this is ridiculous. Let me see. Let's also give people some time to kind of roll in as well. Here we go. Yep, found it. I found it. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. All right. Y'all can skip ahead a little bit if y'all want to. Make sure everything is good on my end before we get right into it. All right, making sure everything is all good. All right, cool. All right, man, let's go ahead and jump into this bad boy. So, man, looking at these text receipts, like I said, Halle Bailey, sis was on the run. Sis was wilding. Sis was wilding with some of these texts, man. So let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Make sure I get the right one in the right order. Let me get this in the right order for you guys. This is ridiculous. All right, let's go ahead and do this right here. Let's go ahead and do this one. So this one is where Halle Bailey decides to take DDG's gun, and he is trying to convince her not to do something crazy, right? You're having to do this with a grown ass adult, trying to keep the gun or trying to keep her from doing something dangerous, right? So let's go ahead and look at this, man. She says, I just thought we'd do what I wanted to do today since it's Mother's Day. But if you really want to go, you can. I'll just go home and pack. And then she responds, hello. And the reason being is because she texts that, if I'm not mistaken, she probably texted that at 10 o'clock. She texts, I'll go home and pack at 5:30 maybe. Okay. Yeah, and then she responded at 10 o'clock. So it's about a good 5-hour time gap where he did not respond. So he then goes on to say, if you don't come back here, I'm going to call the police. I don't want you to do something stupid. So then you got to ask, what do you want her to come back home for? You say you don't want her to do something stupid, like what? What is she going to do? What is she going to do? It sounds like he's trying to get down to the bottom of this, right? It sounds like he's concerned about her safety. So then he responds and he says, you have a, then he responds, he says, you have a son. He said, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Then he says, I know you took my gun, right? And then you have another message. I guess that was just a blank message. And then he responds and he says, that gun has no safety. Halle Bailey probably never shot a gun a day in her life. So what you take it for? Now that's manipulative. But here's the thing. Women in the shade room, like your sisters wouldn't even care. They don't care about that. They're easily trying to say this man is manipulative, but yet the whole time she's taking the gun for what? Why are you taking this man's gun? And you've never shot a gun a day in your life. 9 times out of 10. I know for a fact she is scared to probably touch a gun. But let's be honest here. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Let me go ahead and see if I can get to the next one. All right, so cool. Got to put this one in order. So then he responds and he says, put it down. That's not nothing to play with. It's not, Hallie. It's not. But once again, you're going to go ahead and put your life in jeopardy, and you're going to go ahead and traumatize everybody else. But once again, you ask the sister, she will still say DDG is still in the wrong. How are sisters and the sisterhood? It's so brainwashed. It's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. So then he responds and he says, that's nothing to play with. So then he sends a picture of Halo, pretty much letting her know, like, man, listen, you really got something to fight for here. If you're really going through something, but I know I already know you're already been being manipulative, but you got a whole life, son. Like, be realistic. I mean, the dude even looking in the camera phone, like, mommy, don't do that, please. Save yourself. This is ridiculous. But the whole time, she done sat over here and try to make it seem as if this man is the villain. The whole time she tried to make it seem as if this man was the one that's putting hands on whoever. And then telling the judge, hey, well, listen, for me and my son's safety, ma'am, it's really for DDG's and your son's safety. Yeah, that son needs to be over in the DDG's hand. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. So then he says, you're going to have, because I mean, a lot of these people be typing all off the wall. So he says, so you're going to pretty much let your son grow up without a mother. So then he goes on to say, he said, I have to call the police. I ain't want this to happen. So now the question is, what's up with the police reports? Did you call the police? That's the question. Did you call the police? And I doubt he will, because once again, men are not going to call the police on their woman. Be realistic. Men are not going to call the police on their woman. We understand that. We understand that wholeheartedly. But yet, hey, once again, your women say men don't have empathy. They say that your black men don't protect black women. Cap. That's cap. That is cap. And let me see if I can zoom in more onto this. Here we go. So then she says, I tried calling. It's just weird you wouldn't think to check on me if we made it, check on us or check on me if we made it safely. This is my point. After a day like yesterday and the things you said to me, you are just not capable of showing me any affection or love. I'll call you and you send me to voicemail like I'm disturbing you, like I'm just a fly that's in your way. Okay, Hallie. I'm trying to tell you, bro, Hallie gonna make a bomb ass album out of this, I believe. I really think she will. So then she goes on and she then has this to say, like, and she, like, I'm talking about, she's blowing this dude phone up, man. Y'all see the time, man. But as you can see, she obviously sent an audio. She says, answer the effing phone. Can't even spell right. If you don't answer, it's over forever. She said, I'm not going to try one more time. I'm going to try one more time. I'm not playing, Daryl. That's it. Like, imagine being with that. Imagine being with that, bro. This is wild. But yet, once again, these women want to say that Daryl here, DDG, he's a bad guy. He's a villain. Like, this is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. Women hate this man so much. It does not make any sense. So then he says, I just want to be left alone, please. So then she says, I'm calling for help. I have a knife. So you're going to go ahead. And take the man's gun. You're going to go ahead and try to make it seem as if you're going to do something. So, and then you're texting him to try to make him feel some type of way. To try to have him to try to pretty much gain some sympathy out of him. Like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Now you got a knife. What you going to do with the knife, man? I'm pretty sure it's a butter knife. Like I said, this girl is too innocent to be sitting over here doing all this extra stuff. She's too innocent to be doing all this extra stuff. But I mean, hey, yeah, you think you're gonna run that man, bro. That's the thing, bro. And that dude DDG is like, I'm not having that, bro. I'm not having that. So then she goes on to say, Here, let me go ahead and move this in. I'm calling for help, but you don't care, do you? Then she responds, she says, okay. And then he says, have a knife or what? Ridiculous, man. Ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. But I mean, for the most part, guys, I mean, that's just part one, baby. That is just part one. That is just part one. Let's go ahead and get to the other part. Let's get to the other part. Hold on. Before we even get to that, you didn't have the tracker that apparently she put in the little baby's bag. I mean, look at this. So put an air tag on the damn baby. This boy, I tell you, man, Hallie, man, that's a trickster, boy. I tell you that. That's a trickster. But let's go ahead and get into this other one. Ridiculous. Ridiculous as always. Ridiculous as always, man. Let's look at these messages. Okay, here we go, man. Now, this is a lot, y'all. Hey, chat. This right here is a lot. I'm telling y'all, this right here is a lot. Let me go ahead and get some water for this. Let's look at this, man. So Hallie says, this is proof, right? And you just got to ask, this is proof of what? She says, you leave me hanging as a mother. So I'm assuming she's saying this is proof, as in, of course, you know, she's trying to push a narrative that, you know, hey, what you're doing to me right now is proof that, you know, you don't really care for me, that you're not there for me. So she says, you leave me hanging as a mother. You don't step up when I need you to, right? And probably meaning that she's very needy, right? And it's like, okay, man, baby girl, like this, I mean, I don't always need to step up. I don't always need to step up for you. Like maybe there's sometimes you just might need to just chill the hell out. All right, maybe you just need to chill the hell out, man. Come on, bro. You grew up in fame. Relax. Right. So then she responds and she says, I'm begging you. She says, I am begging you. Now, one thing I will say, bro, she kind of sort of in love with this dude. But I mean, then again, I mean, you do have this man's child, but the way you're acting, the way you're going about life, come on, man. Come on now. It's sad, bro. And if anything, she's only messing up her own image. If anything, she's only messing up her own image, bro. So then she goes on to say, I just found out you slept with Lala in Mexico. I'm going to kill myself tonight. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She says she is going to go ahead and go to the upper room tonight. But I mean, once again, obviously, it's just empty threats. Empty threats, man. It's just empty threats. So then she responds and says, my son will not be around for it. I hate you forever. You can have him and let her be his mom. I mean, my goodness. And then he says, I can't believe you. Yo, she is wild, bro. She is really wild, man. I hate it. I hate it, bro, because like I said, I've always liked Hallie. She was always innocent to me, in my opinion. Right. But this right here is just showing a different light. And like I said, we can sit over here and claim it's depression, it's postpartum depression as much as you want, but you understand. I mean, then on top of that, your mentor is freaking Beyonce. Your mentor is Beyonce. You better talk to her and say, hey man, how can I help with my postpartum depression? Right? You got your girls, girl. Oh, I'm a girl's girl. Girl, we girls. Take care of that. Take care of that. Ask for help. Right? Well, she's asking DDG for help. Be realistic here. She's not asking DDG for help. She's just trying to get this man being manipulative to try to keep him in the same cycle over and over and over, dealing with a chick, man, who don't want to change her damn self. Obviously, she has some issues. And like I said, you can claim it. You can claim postpartum all you want, but that does not give any woman a right to act the way that they are acting, to act the way she is acting. So then she responds, she says, I hate you. You are the most horrible person I've ever met. Right. And now your woman, now I'm telling you, your sisters are going to run with a lot of these messages and say, hey, well, going to push the narrative. See, DDG was never there for her. DDG's this, DDG's that. These are just weak-minded sisters, in my opinion. These are just weak-minded sisters that can't even come up with an argument. It's always one thing. If it ain't one thing, it's another with these sisters, man. This dude keeps proving his innocence, and guess what? Women don't care. Women are gonna constantly roll with whatever they can roll with. Ridiculous, man. So then she responds. She said, I wish I didn't have to fight with you, but you continue to let me down every time. And when we speak about exchanging my son in a money deal for views, I mean, that's what she say. I accidentally clicked off. Whoopsies. Let me get back to it. All right, here we go. And openly flirt about help every other woman in the world but me. So once again, man, I just honestly feel like she's just pushing the narrative that, hey, well, like, of course you don't ever take care of me. You don't ever. Dog, I've dealt with this numerous times. A whole lot of chick gonna tell me that, hey, well, I just feel like you don't care. I feel like you don't appreciate, my accomplishments. I'm like, man, what in the world? Who helped you out to get to that accomplishment? I did. So why would I not care? Why would I not care about you accomplishing something that I help you get to? Maybe the question is, hey man, listen, what do you do? What do you bring to the table? What do you help me out with? Right? And I can honestly show that. But for you to say that, hey, well, listen, you don't take care of me, or well, you don't show me love, you don't show me this, you don't show me that, just so you can just because you don't have an argument, so you can try to go ahead and leverage yourself in an argument, that's ridiculous. And that's what she's doing here. That's literally what she's doing here. Openly flirt and help every other woman in the world but me. Like, man, you're the mother of my child. Of course I'm gonna help you. Of course I'm gonna take care of you. And I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure DDG is doing that. But what women don't understand is they don't ever take in their BS in consideration. They don't ever take their BS in consideration. They don't ever think, hey, maybe it's how I'm acting. Maybe it's what I'm doing. Maybe it's how I'm presenting myself. But let's be realistic here. And then the thing is, I honestly think, her and DDG are on two different sides of a coin, or however that saying goes, because I don't think she really deals with that many men. Whereas DDG deals with women galore. So, I mean, the dude got a roster. So, I mean, she over here trying to control the situation. It's like, nah, bro. He ain't trying to have that, man. He's not trying to have that. So then she responds and she says, you hate me and want me to. Y'all already know. You got to put the skull up there. You want me to DYE. I mean, are we serious here? And this is what I mean by manipulation. But yet, women will always spin it around and say, well, nah, DDG is the manipulator in this situation. DDG is the No, he's not. No, he's not. Obviously, you can see, man, the dude is in the clear. Obviously, you can see the dude is in the clear. And this is just flat out disrespect. This is just flat out disrespect to sit here, man. And then, like I said, try to push a narrative that this man does not really care for his own child's mother. Are we stupid? I want you to die. Do we understand, man, bro? DDG, bro, would man be probably thrown up under jail if it comes down to him somehow, some way killing. I ain't gonna say that, but somehow, some way offing this girl Hallie. Like, bro, like, man, she is too important. Rock Nation will probably be on his ass like white on rice if we just being honest. If we being honest, man, that, like, dog, that's the money maker. That's the money maker, man. So she goes back on with her manipulation rants, and she goes on to say, you already know the other word. And then she says, I never want to be here again. I hate this all. I hate this life. Stop it, man. Oh my God. I hate when people say that, bro. I hate when people say that, man. I hate when people say that. But then he responds and says, please stop taking it to this extent. Yeah, because I mean, once again, women always take it to the 10th degree. to the 10th degree. But once again, we're always going to try to spin it and make it seem as if the man is the issue. And it's because society has allowed women to just kind of get away with ish behavior, and that we're just so soft on them. If you think about it, we just always give them the benefit of the doubt. No matter what situation, we give them the benefit of the doubt. Whereas the man has to take the brunt force of whatever issue she throws his way. When you look at men, I mean, there's been like a meme or a picture, right, where they said, when you put your woman first, and imagine Spider-Man, right? Imagine your Tobey Maguire Spider-Man when he gets in one of the worst fights, freaking fights, man. I'm talking about his costumes, all types are ripped up. That's what happens when you put a woman first. And that's what she wants DDG to do. Put her first. And it's like, man, baby girl, no, it does not work that way, man. He's a man first. God, I say Most High, man, woman, then kids. That's your divine order. But yet here this chick is trying to, it seems like she really saying like, yo, bro, like, no, you need to make me your world. Man, it does not work that way. Stop it. Stop it. Just relax, chill. It's one of your chill dudes trying to date one of your weird chicks. Like, literally, that's what it is. Like, she would be considered one of your weird chicks in elementary. Like, nah, I really wouldn't want to deal with a woman like that. I really want to deal with a woman like that. And she just messed up her own image. She was on, whatchamacallit? She was on Grownish or whatnot. Like, man, you had a perfect image and then you just mess it up by doing stuff like this. Like I said, women will always give her a pass, bro. Women will always try to give her a pass. Let me see what else we got over here. I'm telling you, bro, it's that stuff is ridiculous, man. And of course, DDG claims Halle Bailey threatened to, I already know, abort their child Halo if they didn't reconcile. But yeah, we want to say that DDG is a data manipulator. This is wild. Let's go ahead and read this, man. Let's read this. Guidance on how to proceed during this incident. Petitioner demand that I talk to her and make a schedule, and then proceeded to strike me from the back seat by launching herself over the. And this is pretty much how they get into the. Well. Halle said that he done freaking smashed the damn head on the damn steering wheel. This is how we get to that. This is once again, when you hear the man's side of the story, everything comes together. I say this in my videos all the time. When you hear the man's side of the story, everything comes together. So he says, by launching herself over the center console into the front seat to punch me. So she's in the situation. So she's trying to hit him. And you know, this dude box. Man, the dude got reflex, bro. He like, bitch, you ain't doing shit. Oh, like, get up out of here. So then they go on to say, as she did so, her own momentum caused her to hit. This how clumsy this mug is, bro. The goofy ass hit. Momentum caused her to hit her head on the steering wheel. At no point did I strike her. In fact, I attempted to shield myself by restraining her arms to prevent further punches. And that's what you do as a man, because we can overpower women. But women swear they are equal to men. And she's always done petty stuff. Man. And I'm glad to show it, baby. Sis has always done petty stuff, man. And you expect somebody to sit here and want to respect that bull? Like, come on, man. You really think somebody's gonna want to respect that, bro? Like, this is like that's not okay, Halle. It's not okay. I'm gonna pull this up for you. Freaking ridiculous, man. I gotta pull it up on here, bro, just because I already did it. So most
great
definitely,
content
you know I'm gonna have
audience.
it.
Like
you know I'm gonna have it on
needs
rip.
to be stretched.
You know I'm gonna have it off rip.
Ike Turner,
Look at this. She does this on camera, but when we ask women, can you show it to us? Can you show it? They can't ever show it. They can never show it. They can never show it. This man's foot when she was upset.
Ow! Stepped on my foot, but I'm not gonna say nothing because it's my girlfriend.
I mean, like, come on, bro. Like, once again, you do this all on camera. You do this all on camera. Matter of fact, let me get out of this. DDG step foot. Yeah. Oh, sure. Put DDJ. Man, bro, like, come on, man.
Come on, wasn't it? Ow! Stepped on my foot, but I'm not gonna say nothing because it's my girlfriend. Ouch! It was fun, wasn't it?
Like, come on, man.
Ow! Stepped on my foot, but I'm not gonna say
little
nothing.
butt. Like, come on, man. Disrespectful. But yet you're gonna sit here and you're gonna try to say that, hey, well, this dude is a threat and a harm to me and my son. To you and son, how? In what way? In what way? And this is how men lose their children. This is why men go out the way to go do some harm to their baby mother, because they do idiotic stuff like this. And see, and the sad thing about it is a lot of your men don't have the resources like DDG to be able to fight cases like this stuff, like this, man. Going against somebody like Halle Bailey. Imagine if this is just a regular dude dating this chick. Bro, he would be screwed. He probably would never be able to see his kids. He would probably never be able to see his kids. As a matter of fact, have y'all ever seen that situation where a father yoked both of his baby mamas because his first baby mama kept the kids away from him, and then his second baby mama that he was currently dealing with, but I guess they've been beefing so much that she said, hey, listen, you continue to mess with me, bro, I'm going to go ahead and take these kids away from you like your first baby mama did. The dude said, man, I'm about to blank on you, bro. I'm about to just go ahead and blank on you. Let me show y'all that shit, bro. Like this, that's wild. That's wild. Let me see. Man shoots his baby mothers. Let me see, man. If they got that up here. Let me see. Damn. Let me see. Nah, that ain't even it. I'm probably gonna have to go to the one that, man, that thing dropped some years ago. I did a video on that a while back, but pretty much, man, the father ended up yoking his own family. Not his own family, but ended up yoking both his baby mothers because of that. It was wild, but it's like I can't agree with it, but also I can understand it. As a man, I can also understand it because why? What? And he also said it himself, like, this is all that I have. This is all that I have to look forward to, and you're going to try to take that away from me. And women are manipulative like that. You see what Halle is doing, but yet she goes to the court and try to make it seem as if this man is in the wrong. And if the judge says, hey, man, then that's fine, man. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and just give you full custody. DDG doesn't get nothing. We're just going to leave it there. That's sad, man. That's sad. And the sad thing about it is, Halo is going to grow up in this, and he's going to be seeing all of this stuff. He's going to be witnessing all of this stuff. And then what? Right? And then what? And like I said, let's go ahead and show the proof, man, because I don't want to sit up here. Well, matter of fact, first, as I stated before, like I said, a lot of you women hide. They say they hide behind depression. They say they hide. Well, I ain't gonna say they hide behind depression. I say that a lot of you women hide behind depression because they like to be able to disrespect people and excuse their piss poor behavior and try to get away with a lot of BS. Why? Don't know. But I mean, you have a chick like this, and then also, and once again, also, when I'm gonna show you this chick right here. When you see her, when you watch this video, I'm gonna show you her posting this video, and all of these women are saying, man, yeah, man, the people around you ain't ish. Yeah, pretty much just validating her piss poor behavior. But then that's like also at the same time, when you dig a little bit deeper and you see the type, you really see the type of person she is, you're like, bro, listen, that's just who you are as a person. You're a trash person. You're a trash person. It has nothing to do with postpartum depression. You're just a trash person, but you're hiding behind postpartum depression so you can continue your bullshit behavior. And this is just a prime example. This is prime example. I mean, y'all see the comments. Let me go ahead and put this big screen for you. I see the comments, man. And notice she's married and still feels this way because mom is the sole caregiver. Yeah, okay. So then look, somebody else says having a husband at home and still having to move like a single parent is crazy. Praying for her mental health. Then somebody else says married single parents are a real thing. Now listen, all because this chick sat here and made this video. This is literally what Halle Bailey is going through right now. This is literally what Halle Bailey is going through. And I did this video a long time ago. Listen, bro.
Why am I up on a Saturday morning with Kamari dressed to go to school? When I say y'all, ever since having 4 kids, the overstimulation has been real. The frustration has been real. The anger has been real. I woke up with a headache, not even knowing the day of the damn week. It's damn Saturday, and I'm up brushing her to get ready for school. Nobody said nothing. Husband in the house, nobody said nothing. I'm all over.
I mean, once again, dude, this is something that a lot of people go through. This is something that a lot of people go through, but you're going to try to weaponize that against the people in the household because you messed up. Yeah, you can yell at them, but just shut up and go back to sleep. But no, you got to sit up here and go make a whole video to humiliate the same man that you laid down with.
For the damn place, and people wonder why I'm done having kids. Yeah, I swear to God, I've reached my mental state of overstimulation. I can't handle no more, and I'm okay with saying that. I cannot handle no more kids. This don't make no damn sense. I woke up on a damn Saturday to get her ready for school. It is no school. Don't even know the day of the week. This is insane, man. This is insane. Like, it's been so much stuff going on with me.
Welcome to being an adult. And I understand how I went through the exact same thing when I was little. I'm sitting here thinking I'm about to be late for class or I'm about to be late for school, but I'm like, man, do this Saturday. It's Saturday. What I'm about to be late for? I ain't about to be late or nothing.
Y'all, I don't know. This is postpartum depression still. I thought I was on my way out of that. I thought I was making my way out of that. But y'all, this don't make no sense.
When it comes to starting a business, paperwork can be overwhelming. That's why busy is such a lifesaver.
I'm gonna stop, everybody. You got everybody go through it. Everybody go through it. Everybody go through it. But this is the part that I want you to see. All right, this is the part that I want you to see because understand, man. Understand this. She hiding behind postpartum depression. As y'all can see in the comments were saying, bro, yeah, man, you know, this man, she trying to much make it seem like this man wasn't doing much for it. This man ain't there for it. This man ain't this man ain't that. This man is just a scum of the earth. You calling your man out, but like I said, you got the comments saying, bro, pretty much validating that. Not even knowing who this person is. Not even knowing who this person is. But guess what? Y'all were able to see her doing all that crying. Y'all were able to see her sitting over here trashing the man, trashing everybody, trying to weaponize her postpartum depression against everybody in there. Stop it. But this is the type of person that she is.
The emotional state is different.
I feel like the emotional state of
The emotional state is different. If I'm dealing with 4 different children with 4 different emotions, 4 different challenges, 4 different needs, at least what you do is a lot, but at least you get to regulate your emotions by focusing on this one task.
or one task, and
Your
the work
task is your job.
Okay, now listen. What you don't understand is that the job is what sponsors the family, right? The job. So without the job, right, our situation will be way different. That's premise one, and the second premise, right, is so is to understand that sure, today's situation, right, it just happened once. And you've been doing it right many times. Why don't give yourself the benefit of the doubt and say, at least, today is just an accident. So I've been doing it right many times. So I don't need to take it as though it's something so.
Not validating this man whatsoever. Not validating the work that he's putting in for you. Not understanding the work that he's putting in for you. Not understanding the work that he has to do every single day. The dude saying I'm having to stay up damn near 12, 14 hours a day, having to constantly provide for this, having to constantly provide for that. Ma'am, somebody has to be able to bring some money up in this household. And if you are being a stay-at-home mother, which is fine, you got to understand, man, that I'm just not going to be able to just give you all that time. I mean, we got all of these damn kids running around the household. But once again, only care about yourself. Only want to care about yourself. So you want to sit over here and you want to jump on the internet and you want to try to trash the man. Ridiculous. Want to try to trash the man, and then if she wants to leave the house, leave the marriage, which she can at this point, because that's pretty much how our marriage laws are set up today. A woman could just leave for any damn reason. She can easily say, well, man, this man doesn't give me enough attention. I'm bored. Yada 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 yada. End up taking half of this man's stuff, and the plausible deniability for a lot of these people, a lot of the judges and the women is, well, what? Hey, who does she have to go back home to? She's been with this man. She gave this man a bunch of kids, so she's entitled to some money. But she left for no reason, though. And she keeps trying to push a narrative that this man is wrong, that this man is bad, that this man doesn't do nothing for the kids, or doesn't really do much for her mentally. And he's like, man, listen, I was about to say the B word. He's like, man, listen, man, I got to be able to work. And once again, I can't sit over here and work 12, 14 hours a day and then sit over here and then be around you, right? And constantly be up under you. And this is why I say, man, shout out to Poor Man Podcast, because he said, man, of course, back in the day, for a lot of these women back in the 40s, back in the 30s, back in the 20s, these women had to live under their men's means, right? These men couldn't afford vacations every goddamn week, every damn year. They worked enough to be able to live a comfortable life. You can go on restaurants from time to time, maybe travel once every other year. But for a lot of your women today, they want to be able to travel anytime they freaking want to. Want to be able to, how are you going to be able to fund those trips? Right. And so when they deal with a man who just makes average money, he's not going to be able to go out here and go provide and go be able to do all this extravagant stuff with you or for you. You got to live under this man's wings. But a lot of you women don't even want to do that today. A lot of you women don't even want to do that. And when you're being a stay-at-home mother, once again, there's nothing wrong with that. You got to understand this man has work he has to do. He has to provide not only for himself, but for you and other children. Because if he can't even do it, then y'all going to sit here and complain and say, well, why would you have kids if you can't even provide? Or why would you have kids with her if you can't even give the money up? Okay, well, I'm able to do all that now. Well, why are you having kids and having a wife if you can't even take on vacations and buy expensive things? Like, come on now. Now you're being unrealistic.
So serious. All right. And the third premise, sure, whatever you're doing, taking care of the kids might be a little bit difficult, right?
Take care of the kids, the house, and you. I take care of you too.
Last night, do you know when I went to bed? I worked 14 hours, right?
Yeah.
And I was knocked out. That's why I said, today you woke me up early morning, and now I still need to repeat the same cycle and I need to work 14 hours again. So that's why I was expecting you at least, to wake me up around 7. But
so
when you woke up,
this baby wakes us up. You know how many times she woke me up through the night, all through the night, how many times she woke up because she got a cold?
Yeah.
So it's not, we can't, it's like,
Yeah, well,
I just feel like we've reached our mental capacity and physical capacity.
no, it's not about
Always,
that.
I
No.
feel like
I
I feel like you should just shut up and just, man, help this man out, support him.
Put it down and out. Okay?
But
Put it down,
I
go sit down.
understand. I feel like I work 24/7. You work 14 hours, right? You get to sleep through the night. I still have to wake up.
That's what you think, right? You think.
And y'all see that? She says, well, you know, I work 24/7, you know, and you work only 14 hours. So I feel like you should be able to take some load off. Ma'am, 14 hours is a long ass time to sit down in one spot and be sitting over here, man, constantly working, doing more than just trying to take care of some kids. I mean, I'm not saying that being a stay-at-home mother is a very easy task, but it's not going to be as hard as it is going to work, having to put on a smile, having to constantly fake, having to follow somebody else's rules. These liberal rules that a lot of these companies are having nowadays. You get what I'm saying, man? For a hardworking man, he's going to have to put in a lot of time and a lot of work, and he's just going to have to sacrifice some certain things. But women will not understand that, because guess what? They're not the ones who has to carry that burden. They're not the ones who have to take care of a family like that. Let's just be honest. They want to, which is why a lot of them become single mothers, and then that just falls on them. But
okay, you just work 14 hours. After that, you sleep through the night.
That's not what I'm saying.
But
I'm not saying just. I'm not minimizing what you do at all. I'm not minimizing it. I'm just telling you, to me, my mental state and my mental load goes through way more than yours do a day. I'm constantly fussing. Then I'm dealing with hearing crying. Then I'm dealing with a child that may not be obedient. Then I'm changing 3 diapers a day, making sure everybody eat, making sure you eat, making sure my house stays in order.
I just explained something to you, right?
Look at that, man.
Said, you know,
ridiculous.
It seems as though you're focusing on your weakness and your strengths, right? That's why I said, why not focus on the things you have been doing right for years? So, for example, taking that girl to school, right? You've been doing it for years, right? And today, just something that happened once. So why not say, look, you know, this thing happened just once.
I'm gonna stop it right there. But for the most part, there is another video where she essentially was, I don't know, she was kind of just, she was talking about why she had as many kids as she had, and it was just a bunch of excuses. But for the most part, you know, good luck for, you know, cool that we got more people to come in here. Pretty much, I'm talking about this whole video right here because you have a lot of these ladies like to hide behind postpartum depression. That's just bottom line. They like to hide behind postpartum depression. This chick, as y'all saw, sat here and complained and cried and said, you know, man, I just feel like, man, nobody's here to support me. Whole time you got a man working 14 hours a day, trying to support a whole family. But yeah, you're upset because you have to take care of some kids. I think like 4 to 5 kids. And I think and one of her videos was pretty much about, well, you know, hey, you know, the reason, you know, I know all of a sudden I start to feel this way after having a fifth kid. After having a fifth kid, I started to feel exhausted. But, you know, she just tried to come up with so many excuses to kind of just cover, you know, why she felt the way she felt. And once again, your feelings aren't invalid. To be honest with you, when you're talking about staying at home, taking care of some kids, and a man is working 14 hours a day to provide for the whole household, stop it. Because if he cannot provide, then what? It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, damned if you do, if you go out here and go work, they're just going to say that you don't spend enough time at the house. Let's just say you lose your job or you don't make enough, then they're going to say, well, why are you having kids and having a family if you can't even provide for the house? Like, stop it. Like, come on, man. So the same thing goes here for Halle Bailey, man. Halle Bailey is going to sit here and try to manipulate this man. First off, try to make it seem as if this man was the villain the whole time. All right, let's see if we can go ahead and try to find some videos of that. Let's see if we can try to find some videos of that. But it's ridiculous that that's pretty much what it comes down to. Let me see. Got that Breakfast Club. Yeah, see, ridiculous. Just want to go ahead and keep everybody caught up, but this is ridiculous, man.
I sit for hours telling all the
Holly Beatty. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let me see if I can get something a little bit better. No, we ain't trying to have nothing long, but for the most part, as y'all can see here, Halle Bailey granted a restraining order after accusing DDG of abuse. Rapper required to stop posting and streaming about her and their child. And this is all off the strength of what she said. She said, hey, man, listen, I feel for the safety of me and my child. I do not feel comfortable with this man around us. But yet, as we can sit here and see all of these messages, man, she is just a manipulative sister. They're gonna try to run behind postpartum depression to save herself. I'm telling you, she's gonna use that. Oh, I had my postpartum depression. I was this, I was that, and that, because that's what plenty of your other sisters are using. But we saw her step on DDG's feet as if the man wasn't there. Vindictive, disrespectful much. That's like that. That's how you're gonna do your man. That's how you're gonna do your man. So then you're talking about your chipped tooth. You lie about the chipped tooth. I mean, you lie about the damn chipped tooth, man. How do you lie about the chipped tooth? So of course, shout out to our boy O'Shea Duke Jackson being able to debunk that. Let's go ahead and look at it.
Now, Ike Turner, you know you got some nerve.
Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson to be able to debunk that, man, because that's ridiculous.
I chipped my tooth, guys. Like, I've always been a little scared of the dentist, but I'm going for my regular cleaning, and also because I chipped my tooth.
But the internet would like to know this.
He slammed your face into the steering wheel. You have no medical records or pictures to say that maybe your lip was busted in the process from a chipped tooth going through your lip, because it's this tooth. So how come your lip didn't go like this and bust your lip? How come your nose didn't get hurt? How come, you have no bruises on your face, no swollen face, no nothing, no proof of swollen face, nothing? Come on now, he's pretty strong. So for him to even put your face into the steering wheel, hit your face into the steering wheel, you would have had some type of medical proof.
So where are the bruises?
Hold on now. Before we get into that, look at this. Now this is what the reports that we just had from the court. Guidance on how to proceed. Got it. Look at this, guys. Look at this. During this incident, petitioner demanded that I talk to her and make a schedule, and then proceeded to strike me from the back seat by launching herself over the center console into the front seat to punch me. As she did so, her momentum goofy, a goofball. Her own momentum caused her to hit her head on the steering wheel. At no point did I strike her. In fact, I attempted to shield myself by restraining her arms to prevent further punches. Guys, what are we talking about here, man? What are we talking about? Right? What are we talking about? But let's go back.
Where is the police report and all of that? That's a good question. The next day, Halle Bailey posted this particular post on X called Hey Pookie. So if you see the date, it's actually January 23rd, 2025. Now, I live in Uganda, and that's how the time is in Uganda and Europe. They put the day first, the month in the middle, and the year on the end. So it was January 23rd. This is the same day that she said she chipped her tooth. And let's look at the video. She was playing the guitar, and we're not gonna listen to the music, but does anything look like something is wrong with Halle Bailey right there? Nope.
We can't see anything. Yeah, see? And that's my whole point, man. That's the whole point, man. This chick, man, and got another part for y'all to see, being the fact that as we can go back to our earlier video where I was talking about sis who was upset because nobody was there to help her out seeing that she was taking her child outside, knowing that school wasn't in that day. Okay. But as you can, and once again, hiding behind postpartum depression, all of these women hide behind postpartum depression to say that, oh, well, that was just my postpartum depression. That's why I was acting the way I was acting. Oh, well, it's just that time in the month. So that, my attitude's just been all over the place. Man, don't you have your time in the month every year, every week, or not every week, but every month? Yes. Okay, then. So, you know how to control your emotions. You know how to control postpartum depression, especially being that a lot of your women end up going through this. So if your women are going through this, you can understand how to control it. Now, once again, I'm not negating the fact that it does affect you, but what I'm saying is you are grown enough to understand that how to control it. Bottom line, right? Bottom line. But once again, she seems innocent. She posed as innocent, and then she tries to drag DDG's name through the court and through the mud. But come to find out, man, sis just loves drama. This is just who she is. So as I stated with that other video with the chick in the postpartum depression, y'all saw the type of person that she really was. She's just hiding behind postpartum depression to say that, hey, well, listen, I'm really not a bad person, but hey, listen, I don't really get no help in the house. You're a manipulator. Prime example right here. Manipulator.
I mean, but he's not her man.
Yeah, but he's
public property.
Once you had a man, you always gonna have that man. In the back of your mind, you didn't know what you always did, right? She knows that he is gonna love her or have this tie to her for a while. Because if they were together for years, that's his home at that point. Or is that toxic?
In a relationship, I think I have anxious attachment style. Everybody knows I'm an Aries, I'm a fire sign. I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words.
I know what I heard. I know what I heard. I know what I heard. Guys, I know what I heard.
I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the
Guys, now once again, these women are going to try to say that this is postpartum depression. Women are trying to say that this is postpartum depression. But as we can see here, she said, I will yell, I will do whatever. Guys, let's go ahead and read these text messages again. This is proof. You leave me hanging as a mother. She puts it in all caps, so you know she's yelling. I mean, damn, she's tired and she's mad. She's so damn mad she can't even spell right. She says, you don't step up when I need you to. I'm begging you. Then she says, I just found out you slept with whatever this chick name is, right? I'm going to yoke myself tonight. My son will not be around for it. I hate you forever. You can have him and let her be his mom. Yo, like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, this is wild. And she's admitting to this, bro. He should be able to bring all of this shit to court. He should be able to bring all of that shit to court. He should be able to bring all of that shit to court. And then she goes on to say, I hate you. You are the most horrible person I've ever met. I wish I didn't have to fight with you, but you continue to let me down every time. And when, I think she said, when speak about exchanging my son in a money deal for views and openly flirt about helping other women in the world but me. And once again, that's manipulation. What do you mean help every woman in the world but you? You're the mother of my child. I'm going to help you by default. I don't know about anymore, but I'm going to help you by default. Then he says, then she says, you hate me and you want me to choke over. I want to DYE because of you. Then she says it again. Then she says, I never want to be here again. I hate this. I hate this life. No, you don't, ma'am. No, you don't. No, you don't. But this is a child. This is a child. A damn child, people. This is a damn child. But hold on, let's just go back. Let's just go back because I want everybody to just be able to see it all together. Want everybody to be able to see it all together.
Once you had a man, you always gonna have that man. In the back of your mind, you gotta know what you always did, right? She knows that he is gonna love her or have this tie to her for a while. Because if they were together for years, that's his home at that point. Or is that toxic?
In a relationship, I think I have anxious attachment style. Everybody knows I'm an Aries, I'm a fire sign. I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I be.
And another clip.
I'm territorial. I'm a jealous girlfriend. I'm a territorial girlfriend. Where you go, who are you with? That's me.
And another clip.
I am nosy, number one. And number two, I like drama.
And then you step drama. Y'all heard it, bro.
This is Pod 5.
Y'all heard her, bro.
The first fully immersive sleep
Y'all heard her, man. And this is the sad stuff about it, because once again, there are women out here who make their baby father's life a living hell, and they're able to do it, and they reinforce it by going to the courts. And they have tons and tons of videos out there just like this. But somehow, some way, the courts are still going to hold that man liable. The courts are still going to be on the woman's side. That's ridiculous. That is freaking flat out ridiculous, people. That is flat out ridiculous, man. That is freaking flat out ridiculous, bro. You're just going to throw that man in jail. Well, not throw that man in jail, but there are some guys who are being thrown in jail, but you're going to sit over here and deny this man access to his child because of what this woman says. So now I have to sit here and I have to prove my innocence. Boom, here's your child. But see, if it was the other way around, she still needs to see the child. The child always needs the mother. When statistically speaking, the man always needs the man will always need to be in the. Well, I'll take that back. The child always need to be in the possession of the father. Why? Because that is how statistics work, baby. That's what statistics is telling you. That your children fare better in a father's household. Why is that? Because you're gonna have structure. You're gonna have boundaries. Men are not gonna allow disrespect. But you're gonna try to take that dude. If she had Halo, brother was gonna be doomed. You're around these two sisters, man. Oh my gosh, dude gonna be coming around here, man. Like, Wayne Wade, son. Let's just be real. Let's just be real, man. But as y'all can see, man, like I said, this sis, man, she has shown her ass, bro. She has shown her ass, man. So many different ways. It's nasty. She's shown her ass so many different ways. It's nasty, and I hate it for the sister. I honestly hate it for the sister because she's always shown a good side of her that we just always love. That we did love, but now it's just you're no different than any other dang stereotypical sister that we have out here. Loud, ratchet, ghetto, all that. Man, I ain't gonna say she loud, but pretty much she probably is. Oh. Actually, hold on, guys. Hold on, because there was a time where Hallie was cutting up, and I think she hit DDG's brother. Let me see. It was like backstage. She was acting up. She ended up hitting DDG's brother. Let's go ahead. Yeah. We got some content, y'all. Yeah, we got some content. Let's see what we got here.
She got a knife in her hand. Knife in her hand. Put it down. I gotta go, y'all.
You gotta rewind that.
Coming. What am I supposed to do? I think he off. You want me to get up?
I mean, you're still on. We gonna go get some food.
Okay. I'm about to get up.
That could be a whole nother chick, but I don't know, bro.
Put it down. I gotta go, y'all, before I get whooped. I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
Like, this is ridiculous, man. I want to see that footage, man, where... Okay, here we go. Look at this. Like, that's ridiculous, bro. And that's why I say, you know why I take that loud and ratchet back at first. I was like, you know what? No, there is a video of her being loud and ratchet. And this is it right here, bro. Y'all see her, right? Y'all see her. That looks just like her. Leak footage shows Halle Bailey getting aggressive with DDG's brother Dub. Or dude, whatever his name is, DDG tells her to chill with kids around. Loud ratchet and get on. They over here talking about, man, what are you doing here? Like, what? Like, yo, these are freaking children, bro. These are children. Like, what is going on, bro? Like, these are children, bro.
Niggas trying to hit me. Stop cheating.
Hey, man, look, hey, no cap, bro. This kind of reminds me of like when they try to make those pictures AI, like those, they try to make like a picture, they try to make it to an actual AI video, and they're fighting, and then like when you look at it from afar, it looks like they're fighting, but then of course when you look at it, it's like, okay, you can tell this freaking AI. That's Loki what it looks like. That's Loki what it looks like, bro.
Niggas trying to hit me.
Like, this is freaking ridiculous, man. This is it, hey people. This is Halle Bailey, bro. This is Halle Bailey, y'all. Now, once again, I don't want to rag on the system, man, because like I said, but I hate it because what you're not going to do, what we're not going to keep doing, is we're not going to keep sitting over here seeing these brothers fall victim to this BS. I'm tired of seeing that. I'm tired of freaking seeing these women constantly coming out with these false allegations just to ruin a man's image. We've seen this far too many times. We've seen this way too many times, man, and nobody wanting to step up. You have these same women getting upset when people don't believe women, but then they will turn around and don't even hold the women accountable like this. And like I said, it will always, like I said, you have women that always try to hide behind their piss poor behavior, and you can't do that. They try to hide behind postpartum, to try to cover up the piss poor behavior, and it's like, no, ma'am, like she's been like this for a while. That's who she is. That's just who she is. As y'all can see, that's just who she is.
In the back of your mind, you gotta know what you always did, right? She knows that he is gonna love her or have this tie to her for a while. Because if they were together for years, that's his home at that point. Or is that toxic?
In a relationship, I think I have
Very
an anxious
toxic.
attachment style. Everybody knows I'm an Aries. I'm a fire
But also
sign.
at the same time, bro. Also at the same time, maybe sis love hard, And one thing I can say, man, I could adore a chick like this to some degree. to some degree. You're gonna have to learn how to check that stuff. And I mean, DDG done been with so many dang women. I'm pretty sure he knows how to check a woman. But if he's still not even with this chick, and she seems like the most innocent known to man, then maybe she ain't that. Maybe she isn't easy to deal with. Maybe she just isn't easy to deal with. And this is why I say most of your women today, most of your women in society today are feminists. Most of your women are feminists. About 95, 90, 98% of your women are freaking feminists, if you ask me. If you ask me, about 95 to 90% of your women are feminists. I said 90%. 95 to 98% of your women are feminists. Why do I say that? Because they all have, if you ask them about gender roles, most of them will tell you they don't believe in that. If you ask them, okay, well, do you believe in equality? Most of you women will sit here and say, yeah, I believe in equality, this, that, and the third. A lot of them will have a feminist viewpoint. And that's just a fact. They'll sit here and watch a freaking gay show. They'll watch a show with a bunch of dudes kissing, a bunch of women kissing. I mean, like, I just be like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is how you know a woman is trapped into the system. If they over here constantly listening, if they're constantly on TikTok, they constantly watching shows that are gay. I mean, just got to call it for what it is, that promotes that different lifestyle. And they come with you talking about something, oh, I don't want to do no gender roles, or I'm this, I'm that. I'm telling you, that is a feminist mindset. That's a feminist mindset. That's a feminist woman. Right. So, I mean, that's just me, though. You know, that's just me. But I ain't going to be on here too long, guys. I just wanted to kind of just break this down because this is ridiculous that DDG has to go through this. And for all the new people that came in, definitely watch the beginning of the video because we just kind of broke everything down. We talked about the text receipts. We looked at what sis got going on up here. Talking about some, oh, well, you know, DDG did this, DDG did that. He chipped my tooth. Well, we saw that wasn't the case. We saw that was not the case. We saw how O'Shea debunked all of that. And then come to find out, once you hear the man's side of the story, we see that Halle Bailey was just capping. Halle Bailey was the aggressor. Halle Bailey was trying to hit him. And she ended up flying over the damn seat, hit her damn self on the damn steering wheel and chipped it in. Well, it didn't chip her tooth, but she flew over the damn seat and hit her damn face on the damn shit. Maybe it did chip her tooth. And once again, it had nothing to do with DDG. It wasn't his fault. So, I mean, look, guys. And then as we went on, I showed y'all an example. I gave y'all an example of how some of your women like to hide behind postpartum depression, because that's what a lot of your sisters are saying. Those text receipts that we just saw. Halle Bailey was going through postpartum depression. That probably could be the case, right? Of course, they want to use plausible deniability. Of course, they're trying to find something and an excuse to try to excuse her piss poor behavior. You're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to. But we just saw how your women try to hide behind postpartum depression for the piss poor behavior. So we end up seeing a woman try to confront the guy, and the guy like, man, no, time out. No. I do everything I'm supposed to do as a man around this house. But because it ain't up to your standards, because what you want, and I ain't good enough. Cut it out, right? Cut it out. But like I said, you go to her Instagram, you go to her TikTok, you scroll down, you see the type of person that she is. And it has nothing to do with postpartum depression. Fast forward, we sit over here and see Halle Bailey. We see in all these clips, even the clip right here. Once again, we see how she is as a person. So when women sit here and say, well, you know what, man, that's postpartum depression. No, Negroes, Pookeishas, all you sisters, Pookeishas. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. This sister right here loves drama. This sister loves it. She adores it. So to sit here and say that this is postpartum depression in those text messages could be, but for the most part, that's just who she is as a person. So look, guys, do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, man. Definitely hit this like button, man. Definitely hit this video. Definitely hit the like button on this video. Got to go up in the algorithm. We're slowly moving up. We are slowly moving up like a snail, but hey, hopefully it hits sooner or later. But once again, guys, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm out.